Well, we're going to be starting with Barbara Teller to learn to reboot yourself with meditation. Barbara Teller is an avid student of mindfulness and meditation practices by many cultures and schools of thought. She shares these techniques to assist her students with positive practices to enhance or to assist their journeys of mind, body, and soul. Barbara is the administrator at Inner Imagery Meditation. She's retired from working in the nonprofit world and initially sought knowledge in this area for her own satisfaction. And later, she assisted family and friends who wanted to use these skills in their own life journeys. Now she teaches at the Calabasas Senior Center and Fountain View at the Jewish Home for the Aging, in addition to private retreats and gatherings upon request. She has flipped her writing skills from grant writing to now enjoying the creativity of many writings of her own guided meditations. Hey, Barbara.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I usually introduce myself, but I've been introduced, so I'll just jump right in. Has anyone here meditated before? Okay, so there are a few of you who've gotten your feet wet. We're going to be talking about mindfulness and meditation. Okay, we're going to be talking about mindfulness and meditation both. Does anybody know the difference between mindfulness and meditation? Okay, mindfulness is a step before meditation. Mindfulness is monofocus. Mindfulness is monofocus. So usually in every single day, most of us go running around with 40 to 60,000 thoughts chattering around in our head constantly. And they aren't all original thoughts. We just constantly have chatter in our brain. And that's what Buddha called a monkey brain. Mindfulness helps us slow down all those thoughts so that we can concentrate on just one thing at a time. When I first heard that, I thought, well, how difficult can that possibly be? I have the self-discipline to think about one thing at a time. So we were given an exercise, and I was amazed. It's a strawberry exercise. So I'm going to start you out. How many people here think you can think about one thing for 2 entire minutes? Okay, you're on your way to believing this then. So we started out the session, this was actually done at the Chopra Center when I went there, by taking some deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in the cool air, exhaling the warm air. Breathing in and breathing out. And now close your eyes and visualize a strawberry, just a strawberry. Breathing in and breathing out. And I'm going to time us for 2 minutes, and we'll see how long you can hold that one thought, just a strawberry. How did you do? Who was able to just look at the strawberry and nothing else for the entire time? We have one over here, one over there. Good. I had trouble with that the first time. I held the strawberry, but I dipped my strawberry in chocolate and did many things with it so I could hold it. I'm going to ask all of you to make sure your phones are off. Okay, good enough. Okay. Okay, how is this? Is this better? Okay, good enough. We'll stick with this. So the difference between mindfulness and meditation is just what you discovered. Mindfulness is holding the one thought. And then as you graduate and you're able to do that, meditation, which is usually done in silence or with I don't know if you've heard groups of people with the sound. The sound allows people to go into a state of silence. And in the state of silence, there are gaps between the thoughts. It takes a lot of practice to do this. There are gaps between the thoughts, and that's where most people believe the really deep insights come. But at first, to learn mindfulness, which guided imagery really is the way to go to ease into it, chunk it down, and do one by one. So we're going to start with doing guided imagery. Everyone comfortable, loose clothes are good. Usually, the hands are up in a receiving position when we meditate. And we're going to start with just breathing. Just breathing also is very calming. And when you become calm through mindfulness and or meditation, that calm brings clarity. I know I've been in crisis situations and my mind is buzzing, da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what to do. And if I start breathing and going into a state of mindfulness, the calm helps me get some clarity on how to proceed with whatever is happening. So we're going to start practicing our breathing. I'm first going to teach you the longevity breath. The longevity breath has been around for over 5,000 years, and it still appears in China in some medical journeys. And the respiratory system is the one physiological system in our body that isn't just always on automatic. With our respiratory system, we can either just breathe as we normally do, or we can take charge of our breath and breathe slowly, more evenly, and take charge of it. And the first part of meditating or any sort of mindfulness practice is the breath. The breath is the vehicle into mindfulness and meditation. So I'm going to ask you to breathe in through your nose, hold it, and then exhale through your mouth. So we're going to try that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through the nose. Hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll count the 5. You know what to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now do it on your own. Okay, and when you're ready, relax and go to your normal breathing. Now, the longevity breath can actually be a calming tool all on its own. Sometimes when I'm on the freeway and I'm in gridlock and I need to be at a certain place at a certain time, obviously I can't close my eyes and meditate, but I will use the longevity breath, and instead of pounding the steering wheel out of frustration, I'll use the longevity breath, and it really calms me down. So that the longevity breath is the first layer that you can use in situations where you need to calm yourself down. Okay, any questions or comments? At any time, you can raise your hand if you wish. Okay, each of you received a handout about the benefits of meditation. We're not going to go through them. It takes too much time to go through them, but I want to honor the fact that we're doing something that really can have a significant impact on our lives. And I've used this with some of my friends who are afraid of getting MRIs. I've gone with them and done a guided imagery to keep them calm and clear. Personally, I hate going to the dentist, and I say, give me a shot of the whatever it is. And I always hated it. And one day my dentist said to me, okay, you have a little cavity. Do we have to do all this? And I said, okay, just let me close my eyes and let me relax. Don't talk to me. And I was able to just go inside and let him do his thing. And so it's very helpful in many circumstances. Absolutely. And I don't think that it's any accident that both UCLA and Cedars have meditation classes available to their patients. And I would urge anyone who has that recommended to them to use it, because it has all kinds of benefits. And to be able to feel calm and not be anxious about things is a real gift. So I would absolutely urge you to do that. Okay, are you ready to start a meditation and feel what we're doing? Okay. Take 2 or 3 slow, deep breaths. Allow your eyes to close. Begin to clear your mind of the business and rushing that may characterize your life. Allow a passive attitude to develop. Let the relaxation begin. Open your mouth for a moment and move your jaw slowly and easily from side to side. Now let your mouth close, keeping your teeth slightly apart. As you do, take a deep breath and slowly let the air slip out. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale silently, say, relax and let go. Relax and let go. Breathing in and breathing out. Focus on your arms and hands. Tighten those muscles. Hold the tension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now tell yourself to relax. Feel the difference between the tension and the relaxation. Allow the relaxation. Focus on your neck, shoulders, abdomen, and buttocks. Take a deep breath and tighten all those muscle groups. Hold the tension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now exhale and allow yourself to relax. Feel the difference between tension and relaxation. Allow the relaxation. Let it flow. Focus on your legs and feet, keeping the rest of your body relaxed. Take a deep breath and tighten the leg and feet muscles. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release your breath and allow your legs to feel heavy and limp. Now let go of all the tension in your body. Scan your body. Enjoy the sensation of warmth and relaxation. If any tension remains, breathe in relaxation and exhale tension. Breathing in and breathing out. Now you're ready to connect to your inner sanctuary, to rest and to heal. Remember to breathe slowly, deeply, and evenly. Keep your eyes closed. Focus on your heart and allow it to open. As you focus on opening your heart, permit your thoughts to disappear and float away. Only your heart lets you feel love. All you have to do right now is see and feel with your heart. The process isn't easy in the sense that it cannot be learned from a book. It is intangible. You can only feel it. This isn't learning, this is allowing. Acknowledge how it feels to have an open heart and to release the intensity of your thoughts. Put your hand on your heart. Let things be as they are. Let things be as they are. That is love. Repeat silently to yourself. I live in a peace, in a place of love. I am love. Let go of pain, regrets, disappointment. Let that go and leave it in the past. Remove your hand from your heart. Now focus on the universal life force prana. Bring yourself affection through your own breath. Feel the energy that moves through you with each breath you take, filling you with power, strength, and love. Breathe deeply in and out. With the next breath, be thankful for this moment. Know that you can retreat to your inner sanctuary to reboot, rest, and heal at any time. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, allow your breath to bring you back into this room. How did you do with that? Were you able to stay focused, or did thoughts come wiggling into your head? So if thoughts do come wiggling into your head, sometimes they do, you can just don't worry about it, and don't be down on yourself. It happens to everybody from time to time. All you need to really do is quietly to yourself count 1, 2, 3, and you can't be counting 1, 2, 3 and listening to yourself and allow those thoughts in, and then just rejoin. That's a way of getting back to where you want to be. Okay. Any questions or? Okay. You're not a demanding group. Okay, a question.
We live in a world of conflict wherever you look. It's everywhere. And I'm just wondering, do you think, and I'm asking you a serious question, do you think that if the people that make decisions for us in our country and elsewhere were to use this kind of technique before they would try to make decisions or have conversations, do you think it would make a difference in the outcome?
Well, I like to ease into it. Absolutely, ease into it. And I do have a meditation for people to do with each other, but I like to ease into it for sure.
I just wanted to mention that I started taking yoga and meditation. Closer. I just wanted to mention that I started taking yoga and meditation classes decades ago to help me out being a working mother.
Right.
And I love it. And I think the biggest complaint I hear from anyone who initially takes meditation classes is that they can't focus. And I know for myself, I continue to take it. And in addition to that, it's okay. It's okay, your thoughts. One of the things that I learned in one of the meditation classes is take yourself to a place that you love.
Yes.
And I would take myself to the beach and listen to the waves. And that is how I was able to quiet my thoughts. And also the incorporation of colors we were taught. White is very soothing. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not trained in this. It's just my own personal experience that doing that. And I have relied on it for decades. Yeah.
Well, actually, I like teaching small classes because everybody's experience is different. When Zoom first happened, and I had to teach on Zoom, which I didn't like, but it was either Zoom or nothing. There was a woman who came to my classes, and we talked a little bit, but she had an autoimmune disease that was pretty far along, I guess. It was causing her lots of problems. And she used to be a runner. She's a track runner. I don't know the name. I'm not into athletics very much, although I do yoga. It was a 6-class series, and we also talked about, we won't have time here, developing our own our own consciousness about a place or an activity that's meaningful and restful. And hers was running, which she couldn't do anymore. And at the 6th class, this really touched my heart. At the 6th class, she said, you know, I used to have crashes and I used to have to go to bed for 2 or 3 days because I just, that's the only way I could deal with it. But she said once she knew a crash was coming on, she was able to start that particular meditation. And she said, I don't have to go to bed anymore. So at the senior center, I have little classes, so I help people on the side individualize. But what you're talking about makes a great deal of sense, and I think that's the way to go.
I notice you have a number of bowls there, and each one of them may have a different tone. Can you explain the different bowls that you have on your table?
Okay, these are Himalayan bowls that used to be in Tibet, but
There are different bowls.
yeah, this is a very big room. It's not, it's a big room. I can do that. No problem. Okay. All right. So the question was, what are the bowls? Do they have different tones? And explain the bowls is a short way of saying it. All right. These are Himalayan bowls. And I hate to get, well, okay, each bowl represents a chakra. This bowl represents the root chakra, and then we go all the way up to the crown. And our bodies are 80% liquid. So when these are struck loudly, they do affect us in a way to give us relaxation. So we'll start with this one. And I didn't. No. No, there is not. So, right.
Until we reach the top. To tell everyone which chakra you're talking about and explain it. I know the chakras and all that, but I think that a lot of people don't. So you need to tell what the chakra is and where it is in relation to each of these bowls that you play.
Well, I actually have a chakra meditation. Does anyone want a full-on chakra meditation? What it really does is tune your body. I thought that was a little bit much for the first. You're more sophisticated about this than some people. But at the end of when I teach, at the end of 6 classes, our last class is a tune-up, a literal tune-up with the chakras, where I describe the colors of the chakras. They all have colors. Oh, okay. Well, they're... Okay. Well, there are 8 points in our body that are energy vortexes, and they each affect a certain part of our body. So those energy vortexes are part of Eastern medicine and are still used today. And it's a very relaxing last meditation to go through them. I usually talk about what each chakra affects and what color each chakra is. But I think for this first session, that would be enough of an explanation. So, okay, we will move on to Okay. Everyone start again. We'll put ourselves in a state of relaxation again. Our feet on the ground, sitting up, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in the cool air and exhaling the warm air. Breathing in and breathing out. And slowly close your eyes. Place your fingers lightly on your temples. We're meditating right now. Place your fingers lightly on your temples. Move your fingers in small, gentle circles for a few minutes. Next, move your fingers to your forehead and slowly massage this area in the same way. Continue massaging. Now move to the space right underneath your eyes. Find the two tiny bones jutting out under your eyes and gently touch them in whatever way feels comfortable. Next, find one or two soft spots located at the base of the seat of the skull on either side of the upper spinal column and massage these areas. Now go back and touch each and every part of your face and head slowly and gently. Remember to do whatever feels good and pay attention to how you feel. It is time now to finish your last soothing touch. As you finish with your massage, take note of any thoughts, feelings, or sensations you are experiencing. Now turn your attention back to the group, refreshed and renewed, in touch with yourself. If anyone needs to stretch or let go of some of that tension that hopefully is leaving your body, go for it. As much as telling you about the benefits of meditation, I wanted you to feel them because it's just so wonderful to have control over how we feel under almost any circumstance. It's a real gift. everyone was able to concentrate and stay with the meditation? Good. Right. Yes.
Okay, I think people can hear. My question is about the breathing. When we were doing the breath exercises, it made sense, but when we do these meditation, are you still supposed to in through the nose, out through the mouth?
Oh, no.
No. So then that's just at the beginning. I was a little
Right.
confused about the breath.
Okay, the question was, when you're reading, when I'm reading, you're asking, do you still do the longevity breath, the nose-mouth breathing? And no, absolutely, that's a starter to get you going. On the other hand, if you're in a public place or in the car and you can't close your eyes and that's all you're going to do, you can keep doing it a little longer, because that, even by itself, is extremely relaxing. And stress is one of the things that we really should mention before we continue. Stress affects our endocrine system. I'm not a physician. And we produce cortisol, which is not the hormone that we want to produce. We want to produce, I don't know what's, I'm sorry? Serotonin, thank you. We want to produce serotonin, which is that nice hormone that keeps us going. And most people, they've done studies. One of the nice things about teaching meditation today is that I don't have to just give you anecdotal information. They've done actual studies measuring brain waves and all kinds of things to show that meditation does have an effect on us mentally and physically, and I'm really grateful for that, because I know what I'm doing is credible. When we were cavemen, and we were a tiger was chasing us, we'd have to run up a tree. We really needed to have the cortisol to help us with fight or flight. But there are a lot of times where we're feeling the fight or flight thing when we really don't need to. When we're in traffic, or if somebody really irritates us, and it's nice to be able to not have that happen. It's not healthy to have too much cortisol, I've been told, and serotonin is that nice, calm hormone where we can function much better. And supposedly, if too much cortisol affects our health pretty dramatically. You had your hand up. Okay. Okay.
But I do want to share an experience. I was going in for a pelvic reconstruction. I'm getting very personal at UCLA. And it all worked out very well. But what I want to share with you is that I received in the mail a meditation tape from the meditation nurse in the surgery department there. And I didn't know I was going to get that. Now, I had all the tapes. My husband's a clinical psychologist. He has a library full of this. And I had never really done meditation. I didn't have a lot of time to do it. But it was very well done. It was one of these where you lie down and you think about your body from your head down to your feet, and you try to clear your mind. Okay, so I did use that technique several times. I had wished to do it longer. When I went into surgery, everything went well. One of the things they have you do is you visualize the surgical room and you avoid feeling that it's you against them, that the people doing surgery for you want a good outcome, and you need to be part of that. So they have you float over the room where the surgery is going to occur and begin to become part of that process. It's very important to do that. The worst thing to go into surgery with is a lot of stress and anxiety. So what happened was the surgery came out quite well, and when I was discharged, they gave me a bottle of Vicodin. I don't take drugs of any kind except, things that you need to take for your various ailments. And I took one Vicodin. I did not like the way it felt. I wasn't really in any pain. And I did a bad thing. I flushed it down the toilet. I wouldn't do that now. I would return it to the drugstore. I healed incredibly fast. I had no side effects, and I had virtually no pain. Now, I don't know that that was entirely due to the meditation, but I can tell you that when I was in that surgery unit, I felt completely calm. And you surround yourself with people who love you visually. That's what this meditation tape did. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Okay, well, it's important to share that with the entire group, I think. You may notice that most of these meditations have positive thoughts. A lot of us believe that thoughts have power, and if I'm going into a situation, I have negative thoughts, I won't do as well. I believe that positive thoughts are critical to our life journey. So all these meditations have positive thoughts. So it's not just the relaxation, but the positive thoughts that I think propel us into where most of us want to be. So, yes.
How does meditation relate to Kabbalah? When you were talking about the chakras in your body,
Right.
What is the Kabbalah? But does Kabbalah teach meditation too?
I'm not understanding your question. I'm sorry.
Oh, the difference between Kabbalah and meditation. Do you meditate when you take the Kabbalah, when you learn Kabbalah? Does it relate?
I'm not getting that.
I think the question was, do you meditate with Kabbalah, and is there a relationship between Kabbalah and meditation?
Yes, actually, meditation started first in India, then it went to China, then it went to Europe, and then it came to the New World. And it was the students of the Kabbalah that started incorporating it into Judaism. And at Fountain View, I'm starting to introduce some Jewish meditations, and they aren't Jewish meditations that are, well, I'll just explain to you the last one I did. It was a quote by Baal Shem Tov, and it was beautiful instruction about forgiveness and loving others. And then the meditation was written afterwards in modern times, but it was a meditative journey about how to forgive and love others. And it was absolutely beautiful. And most of the Jewish meditations that I have found are add-ons to our belief system. And a lot of them are absolutely beautiful. And I only started doing those because I wasn't sure. It didn't seem like just meditation. But they've been I've done a few of those now with great success. What it does, it just takes the concepts, the spiritual concepts, and allows you to integrate them on a more personal level and take them in deeper. So, and the first time I heard Jewish meditation was from Rabbi Ted Falcon. It was decades ago. My children were little, and I had two little boys to get ready and get dressed, and then I had a toddler to get dressed, and we were going to services, and I got there, and I was not relaxed because it was a hassle getting everybody ready. And he did some meditation during the service, and it felt so good. So that really inspired me to start checking it out. So I know that there are some rabbis that do indeed incorporate meditation. Yes.
Not meditate, but take deep breaths. Children should be taught to take deep breaths. I know when I did my music exams, I took a deep breath before I went in to
Right.
play. When kids are taught that, to relax before going in for an exam, it takes the stress away from them.
Okay, what was said was that it would be good for children to learn about the breath and take deep breaths before they go in for exams. Actually, meditation is used back east for children that are put on detention. Instead of detention, where they just have to sit there and be punished, they learn meditation. And according to my belief system, if somebody is not acting in an appropriate way, instead of saying, don't act that way, it's going to be a lot more effective with a child if you say, don't act that way, but do this. So they have an alternative. There's a wonderful book called Sitting Like a Frog, which is meditation for kids. And the title of the book lets you know that the author does it in kid speak. Instead of saying, sit down and be still, she says in the beginning, pretend you're a frog and you're in a pond sitting on a lily pad, and you don't want to fall in the water. So that's how she has the group of little kids sit still. And then she has little meditations, and those little meditations are designed for the attention span of a child. And one of them is for taking exams, etc.
Programs exist in prisons. I'm talking loudly enough, I think. Do prisons have meditation sessions for convicts or people who are supposed to be convicts?
I just have to say I don't know, because I don't know. Well, meditation are for those who want it instead of need it. So if they wanted it and were open to receiving it, I would think it would. All right. Okay. No, I think it's a wonderful benefit. Right. Okay. Meditate, yeah, I agree with you. I don't know that I'm going to fly right now. Okay. Any other questions? Because we are heading toward the end. I was just, we have 10 minutes to go. So if you do have a question or a request, now is the time. Okay. It seems wrong to do the in a synagogue. I don't know. That's just my my thing. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. So I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. Okay. There are lots of access to meditation is everywhere. There are lots of things online. There's an app called Calm. The only problem with some of these apps is sometimes they just go into the meditation. They don't go into the preface of the breathing to get ready for meditation. And I think they're much more effective now that you're savvy to how important it is to breathe to get you in that receptive state. You could do that online. That's very helpful. Or there are classes popping up everywhere and groups popping up everywhere, and they can readily be found online. There are also meditation retreats if you really get into it. I have gone to silent retreats for a weekend, And one of the things that I found, it was in Montecito, the one I went to, we would sit by the creek, the Santa Ynez Creek, and just really focus on what we saw as we began, and then we were silent for Friday night, Saturday, and half of Sunday, and then we go back to the same place. And I would look at my surroundings, the very same surroundings I looked at first, and I saw so much more depth and detail than I did the first time. It was utterly amazing. So if you've just a thought that's really important is calm and clarity go hand in hand. And the more calm you have, the more clarity you'll be able to bring into your life. And it's a beautiful thing when you're looking at nature, and it's a helpful thing when you're dealing with situations. And I really appreciate the time I've spent with you. Thank you.